Good evening and welcome to the Center for the Less Good Idea. And welcome to the start of the 10th season. In the 7 years since its founding, 872 artists, performers, choreographers, dancers, singers, filmmakers have taken part in activities here at the Center for the Less Good Idea. The Center is a long-term test of a strategy for making art and making meaning. I think we are 37% through this investigation. And is this a viable way of finding understanding, of constructing meaning, or simply a way of making art? In the 4th season, we investigated the collapsed lecture, trying to find the edge of rational thinking, of linear argument. The Center is never anti-intellectual. Rather, we are interested in whether the idea of the intellectual can be expanded to include the... We are interested in whether the idea of the intellectual can be expanded to include the insights and understandings generated by the chaotic processes of the studio, of the rehearsal room, of the editing suite. What does it mean to give the image the benefit of the doubt? To see what the process of making tells us, rather than our clear plan, our good idea giving instructions to the making. Firstly, it implies a confidence in our audience to make sense of what is shown. Not simply to receive information, propositions, and conclusions, but to be complicit in making sense of what is presented. And what is presented, of course, is a metaphor for what is presented by the world to us. I know these are outrageous claims, but they are made only on behalf of what is shown. The artwork, the performance, always meets the world halfway. An image, a text is presented to the viewer, to you, to the audience. The world is coming towards you. But then from the viewer, from the audience, from you, come all the associations provoked by the image. We hear a sound. And onto that sound rush all the associations that come to us unbidden. It is not that we have to try to make associations, they come to us unbidden, they flood us. It's privileging this category of recognition over the confidence of knowing. It places ambiguity and doubt center stage. And what is the space of jousting, of playing, of the contesting between what we know and what we expect and what we hope for, between that which comes to us from the canvas, from the song, from the performance? And what is this pleasure of self-deception when we can hear a man bellowing, but we can't stop also hearing a foghorn? The name of the center comes from the Tswana proverb. When the good idea, the grand certainties fail, look for something new, more local, less sure of itself, open to what the moment, to what the rehearsal suggests. They say that a poem should always be more intelligent than its author. If the poet knows everything the poem is going to do, why write it? In practical terms, what does this mean? One starts with an idea, a good idea to be sure, and work starts with confidence in this idea, which is clearly a good idea. But then, as the work proceeds, cracks appear. A gap between the first idea and its realization on paper, in the recording studio, here on stage, Then one can try to buttress the idea with more and more cement. You can sing it louder, you can stamp more energetically, you can redraw the line thicker and darker. But in the end, every certainty is authoritarian. It needs a man with a gun or an army to defend it. Or one can find the cracks in the edifice, and you can follow the strange promptings of a rehearsal gone wrong, of a gesture seen between rehearsals, and then to celebrate and follow a word that is misheard, the mistranslation, the gaps in understanding that we leap over, each such leap demanding and giving a jolt of energy. And this is the terrain of the less good idea. So we make a statement. But even as we make the statement, there is another thought that comes forward, a parallel unspoken thought. We are always fighting the contradiction, the ambiguity. We jump from one stepping stone to the next. But between these stones, these words, a river of other thoughts flow. So we do the best that we can. We try to recapture the thought that eludes us, the important idea that's just at the tip of our tongue, a storm of synapses firing at the same time. So the center is a place of translation or of mistranslation, showing the virtues of having to jump over the gap when a word is not heard or not understood. This leap is something we have to do. We become active. We can't stop ourselves trying to understand, trying to make sense of disjunctions, to release certainties and let them wander off. So we know that a coffee pot is a coffee pot. A typewriter is a typewriter. A boot is a boot. A bed is a bed. A protea is a protea. A nose is a nose. A table is a table. A stepladder is stepladder. A bird is a bird. A blanket is a blanket. A bread knife is a bread knife. And a spotted hyena is a spotted hyena. But we want to find the edge of sense. How far can we go before there is just noise? Sorry, Brom, you can't speak now. You can't speak here. Okay. Sorry, you want... It's important. Sorry. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. What lies ahead? What lies in wait? What lies asleep? Where shall we place our hope? What do you need? How will this end? What thoughts sit in my head? In whose lap do I lie? What am I? What is loving? What then is imagination? What is silence? And what is history? And what is harmony? Where is our hope? Is there an end? And so on, and so on. Okay, let's accept it. Let's allow the chaos in. But is this a way of finding the world or of avoiding it? So here we are in season 10, not blowing our own trumpet, but seeing what strange instrument we have made. We know the world is fragmented, but do we hide the cracks and cover them over, or understand that we will always be in the cracks and celebrate them? Are we alive trying to find a way through the self-made jungle? I mean, or are we a Danish architect with her neatly ruled and meticulous good ideas? Or are we a wild cat on amphetamines sowing chaos as she goes? Hopefully both. We do not avoid the world and its crises, its evil. The studio and the center need to be a place of allowing the fragmented world to find its place. The center is a safe space for stupidity and for failure, but it also has to be a space to negotiate between hope and despair. Between the images, the sounds, and the impulses have to be our guide for us to defend the life-saving unnecessary.